drinky poo.
Team Canada.
Lock the door.
Hey! Gabrielle here. Gabrielle here.
I can't hear you.
I don't know, banana peel. I don't want to sit on that. Good Saturday morning, guys. SeeJayAre here, joined by Gabrielle
Abby, Andrew,
and
Teddy.
all right. Another day, another September day. Beautiful, beautiful morning. It's already pretty warm and it's only 7:30 in the morning. So who knows what we're gonna find today. I haven't looked at any sales. I have no idea how many there are. This time of year, I just kind of drive around my usual route. So yeah, let's head to the first sale. So before we get started today, Matt, a bunch of people were giving me crap for being rude to you last week. Or being short with you is how I would describe it. So first off, Matt, I'd like to apologize for being short to you.
Okay.
It can be a little tough. I think Matt would admit, and anybody who knows Matt, 4 hours in a car with Matt and 3 kids can get a little frustrating. But that's no excuse. You know, Matt knows I can be pretty cranky sometimes. I was just trying to get Matt to, I kept on saying, people are giving me crap for telling Matt, don't look at the games, don't look at the games. I was being sarcastic. I wasn't like, don't look at the games, Matt. I was just trying to have us experience them all at the same time, but you know, I realized that was pretty ridiculous. It's hard for him to pull the game out and not see it, but
Because it was Genesis.
it's pretty confined in here, so it's tough to do. But yeah, so Matt, I apologize if I was short to you. All right.
Okay.
All right, on with the day.
I should have said I'll let it slide.
Really? Yeah, Matt will let that one slide, he said. All right, let's see what we can find. Okay, just picked up a few non-gaming things. Picked up the Chappelle Show Season 1 for $1, and a couple tapes that Vanna's showing here.
Oh, there's 3 of them here. Metallica. Oh, I did not mean to drop that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry it fell out. Sorry.
There you go.
I can't put it in there.
All right, so we got 3 Metallica tapes for 50 cents a piece. I'm not a huge Metallica fan, but it just seems like the right type of music to be playing on my 80s ghetto blaster at home. I'm not a huge metal fan, but I do enjoy Metallica. One is one of my favorite songs. Yeah, see, I don't know anything about Metallica. What'd you get, Ted?
A knife,
And
slime, and water balloon. Water mask.
we're gonna have a water fight later today, right?
Yeah. Not with all of them though.
I think we should ambush Mummy when she gets home.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
We'll wait for her and we'll sneak up on her.
And we will hide under the table and when her don't look,
What?
we will follow water.
Okay, now
balloon.
we're gonna head back.
All right, so on to the next one.
It's 10.
Okay, guys, we just met somebody at a garage sale, asked if they had video games, and the guy just kind of chimes up who was in the backyard, and he was like, oh, I have a bunch of N64 games. And he's like, I got the system too. And he's like, I'm over in Stanley Park. I'm like, oh, too bad. And then the lady was like, oh, why don't you just run home and meet him there? So I was like, yeah, let's do that. So we told him we'd meet him at his place in about a half hour. He told us the address, and then him and I remembered the street name, but we couldn't remember the number. So we had to scope it out, and we just saw him drive by. So we're gonna give him 5 minutes to find it. I said to Matt, we got to give him enough time to find it, but not enough time to go look everything up on eBay. So we're gonna head back now to his house. Hopefully he can find the stuff. He drove all this way, so I'm assuming he knows where it is, but hopefully it's worth it, and hopefully we can end up making this deal, because we haven't really found many video games today,
No.
and we struck out a few times too. So we're gonna head back now, and hopefully you guys will see what we got. Okay, so success. It wasn't anything fantastic. I felt really bad. The guy drove all the way over here to get it. It ended up just being the console, 2 controllers, and 1 game, which I'll show you what the game was when we get back to the house. Yeah, I let him set the price. I said, what do you want for it? And he said 50, which was too much. I said the best I can do is 30. He said, no, I can't do that. So we actually left. But then we went back. I felt bad that he drove all the way. I'm like, hey, would you do 40? Or Matt went up and he said, hey, would you do 40 bucks? And he took it. So 40 bucks for an N64, 2 controllers in 1 game. Not the greatest deal, but slim pickings this time of year.
Yeah.
Right, Matt?
Yep.
It is hot.
It's so hot.
For September, man, we're going to have to hit the pool after this.
No, I gotta go to work.
We're going to have to hit the pool after this. Matt's
I gotta go
work.
get in my hot uniform.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to continue for another half hour, then Matt's got to go to work.
Yeah.
All right, just made another interesting pickup. Picked up... There you go. There you go. Shadows over Camelot. Now, it's a Days of Wonder game. I'm pretty sure they're the ones that make Ticket to Ride. So for $5, it's complete in great condition. Those games typically run like 50 to 60 bucks. So looks kind of cool. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know what type of game I would compare that to. But there's a bunch of little minifigures and stuff. So for $5, I'll give it a shot. Even if we play it once, it's well worth that. Look at me, I'm making fun of you and I'm holding it like this.
Sorry.
All right, so on to the next sale. Hopefully we're gonna find some video game stuff this time. Okay, one other pickup I forgot to show here. Matt picked up a few movies, but you have to go see what he picked up on his channel. I found a copy of Little Monsters on Blu-ray, on DVD. So pretty good deal there for $1. It's still sealed. I've never seen this movie before. It's not on Netflix. Apparently Matt said this is out of...
It's out of print, yeah.
Out of print, but I don't really care all that much. I just want to watch it. It's in full screen, so... yeah, I want to watch this with the boys.
Howie Mandel.
Yep. Fred Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little Monsters. We'll check it out. Follow my Instagram. And check out my Instagram stories and I'll post something about this later. Are those yours?
Those yours.
Okay, these ones are mine. Yeah. Picked up Radiohead, Kid A, Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness.
And Gorillaz.
And I picked up Gorillaz, Demon Days. So 3 nice pickups there. $5 for all 3. Have a couple other pickups here. Picked up this cheap Kobe TV, like 13-inch TV at a garage sale for $5. It's interesting. I saw these sticker marks here, and I had seen these before because I picked one up. And I asked the girl, I'm like, "Was this from a prison?" And she's like, "Yeah, I didn't want to mention that I had done time." Thought that was pretty funny. But I used to say prison property here. I picked up one of these before. I guess these are the TVs that are allowed in prison. So for $5, perfect little TV to just have off to the side to hook up a console to. Also picked this up for $4. So happy to find that. I'm gonna put that in Andrew's room. Classic poster on like a hard backed, hanging on Andrew's wall. $4, couldn't pass that up. Matt's on his way to work.
Bye.
All right, have a good day.
See you again.
All right, guys, here we are back in the game room after a successful Saturday at the garage sales, mid-September. And for the stuff I found today, I'm actually very happy. If we can continue to find a couple cool little things throughout the next couple weeks, there will be an episode. It's funny because whenever Matt and I start the day garage selling, he's always like, "Is there going to be an episode? Is there going to be an episode?" Because once in a while, if I don't find much, I won't make an episode, and sometimes I'll put it into like next week's video. But we found enough stuff today for you guys to be seeing this video. I'm going to start with the bigger items. Take a quick sip here. This is a Caesar. Now, I don't know if a Caesar is a Canadian thing. I know they don't have Caesars in America. In Caesars, they have Bloody Marys, which are usually disgusting from what I've tried. Caesar, the only difference between a Caesar and a Bloody Mary is a Caesar has Worcestershire clam juice, apparently, in the mix. A little bit of clam juice. Sounds weird if you're not into Caesars and you're not Canadian. That's probably the weirdest thing ever. Tomato juice, Worcestershire sauce, hot sauce, clam juice. It's pretty strange, but it's gluten and dairy free, so it's one of the few things that I can drink right now. And I had some in my fridge, so pretty darn good right now. Anyways, one of my favorite pickups of the day the Michael Jordan poster picture thing. It's in a little rough shape. This is vintage, like, oh, I'd say somewhere between, let me see, what shoes are Mike wearing? I'd say that's 1988 Michael Jordan right there, most likely. The dunk contest, looks like maybe Jordan 1s, maybe? No. 2s, maybe 2s. I don't know, let me know in the comments below. Let me see if there's a date. Oh, it's the dunk contest, I would guess like 1988, maybe 87. This will go in my 90s room that I've been talking about doing for 5 years. I was just over there kind of scoping it out. I really need to do it. It's the kids' playroom. The kids don't even play in their playroom. They tend to just take toys out and play in this area. So I want to put up like old wood paneling. I want to get a console TV on the floor that I want to rip the guts out of and put an LCD TV inside. I know LCD TVs are widescreen, but I think if I could put it in like 4:3 mode and position it properly inside the console TV. By console TV, I mean those big old ones that sit on the floor. I really want one of those in the game room. I'll get some crappy old furniture, put up some 90s posters, have all kinds of cool 90s stuff on the shelves, and I think it would be a great place to not only just hang out and play retro video games, but to do some videos from. It'd be pretty cool. Anyways, this would fit perfectly in my 90s room. And I don't know if I mentioned, but this is a prison TV. So you'll see on the back here, it's been inspected and says sealed. So what they would do is they would put stickers over the edge because technically you could pop this open and hide contraband in it. So I don't know if it's these Kobe brands, but this is the second TV I found that has come from a prison. And that's kind of rare. This, to be honest, there's not a whole lot of people around here that have been in prison. It's kind of a rare thing. So $5 for that. The last one I had actually died, and I mentioned that at the garage sale in my negotiations. It just, one day, it just didn't turn on. But it's like a nice little 13-inch, and when it did work, the picture was totally great. And as a second console to run like one of my classic NES classics or something like that on, it's absolutely fantastic. So $5 for that. The Michael Jordan thing was $4. At that same sale, I picked this up for $1, Little Monsters sealed. Matt actually saw this first, so thank you to Matt for letting me take this. We all know Matt would have bought it and traded it in later anyways, so he let me have this. I spotted Adventures in Babysitting. I just spoiled that, but go check out Matt's channel. I'll leave a link in the description below to see what stuff he got today. I picked up Chappelle Show Season 1. I'm definitely going to throw that on later today. Definitely craving some Chappelle Show. You know who I miss? I miss Charlie Murphy. I love Charlie Murphy. I think that guy's hilarious. I'm not sure how much he's in Season 1. I don't really remember what came out of Season 1 and where it kind of ranks among the other seasons. So I'm interested to see which skits they introduced early in the show. $1 for that. 3 tapes. Metallica, self-titled. I do not know my Metallica. I believe this is a self-titled album. But it's the one with Enter Sandman on it. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend to be a big Metallica guy, as I said. This is Metallica and Justice for All, and it has One on it. I love that song. I don't know how you can't, even if you're not into metal, go listen to the song One. It's got probably the best build in a song that I've ever heard. It's just so many highs and lows and slower and faster. Just a pretty fantastic song. If you are not into metal and have never heard Metallica, just go to Spotify and tell it to play One. This is Metallica Master of Puppets. Let's see, I don't even really think I know. Which one do I know on this? I don't know if I know any of these. Yeah, I'm not a big Metallica guy, but these are cool tapes to have. And I'll throw them on my 80s ghetto when I'm working out in the garage. On my RC stuff. If you guys, by the way, I posted an RC video. Feel free to go check that out. If you know nothing about RC cars, I encourage you to give some of my RC videos a chance. And I think it'd be really cool if I can get a few of you into the hobby. There's something weird about RC cars. It's relaxing. I'll go out with the boys and pick one of my RC cars to drive for 15, 20 minutes. and it's like extremely therapeutic, and I really enjoy driving RC cars. So yeah, feel free to check out that video. Okay, on to this N64. I went to a sale, asked if they had video games. The guy said I have a bunch of N64 games, which is what piqued my interest. He was nice enough to drive all the way to his house, so I definitely felt obligated. I said that to Matt in the car. I'm like, whatever he has, I kind of have to buy it after he's driven all the way over here to pull it out for me. Unfortunately, he went back in to see what he said, I think I have some more games. And he came out and he said that the kids smashed them, which I thought was a little strange. And I was like, oh, do you still have them? Like, I might be still interested even if they're broken. And he's like, no, the wife threw them out or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe he just decided to hold on to those games, or like sell them on Kijiji. But he wanted $50 for the console, the game, and there's 2 random DS games in here. And my first instinct was, oh man, that's a little bit too high. So I said I can offer you 30, and that's really the best I wanted to do. But I got back in the car. I'm like, man, I feel bad that he drove all the way over here. I'm not going to buy it. So I stayed in the car and I sent Matt back up with the money, and the guy took 40 for it. So I mean, I'm not going to complain. $40. The controllers are in decent condition. Both sticks, I would say, solid 7. So I mean, even for a Nintendo, this one's probably more of a 6. Even for a N64 controller these days, just for the gray one, you're looking at $20-25. So yeah, this one I'll actually be holding on to because I need a second one. So I did that Will It Work episode of the N64, and I got it working, but like 2 hours later, once I had the video edited and stuff and about to post, it stopped working. The controller port, I cannot get it to work consistently. So I was kind of stuck with the lemon there. I only paid $8 for it, and I can harvest the power cord and a few other things on it. But I need a second N64 right now, so I'll be holding on to this. It came with Aero Gauge. Yay! He said he had Mario Kart, 007, and Donkey Kong. So it would have been a pretty nice little bundle, even if I had got all that for $50. 2 random DS games in there too. Flash Focus and Need for Speed Most Wanted. Actually, I'll probably let Teddy play that. He loves playing car games. That'd be a good one for him. He plays it on his 2DS. So, that's it. That's it for today's pickups. The boys got a couple little toys here and there. Like I said, check out Matt's channel in the description below. A bunch of you actually went over and subscribed to his channel the last time I mentioned it, when he was approaching 2,500. I think he's approaching 2,600 subs now. So thank you guys for checking out his channel. He posts a lot of videos. He does a road tripping series where you get to kind of see him going to local game stores, and he shows like our neighborhoods. That's like he lives in the neighborhood that I grew up in. So kind of cool to see just kind of, where him and I are from. I always like watching those videos, and it's always fun to keep up with what Matt's collecting this week. And Matt's got great energy. He's a funny guy. His channel's pretty enjoyable. Once in a while, you'll see him post one of those crap videos, comedy rap. He calls it crap. And he's been doing those. I don't know. I've told this story before, but he's been making rap songs since high school. Matt and I went to high school together. He's 2 years younger than me, but I knew him in high school. He was just one of those guys that everybody knew who he was, mostly for his raps. And they're all on his channel, so feel free to go check those out. I guarantee if you go subscribe to Matt's channel, you'll find at least an hour worth of entertaining content over on Matt's channel. So, and as always, a bunch of you have been coming over to follow me on Instagram. I post a whole bunch of stuff on Instagram, including garage sale pickups as I find them, and stuff that I'm doing throughout the day. Stuff I find, games we're playing at the time, RC stuff, all kinds of cool stuff. So the link for my Instagram is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is like video number 9 in 2 weeks for me. I wouldn't expect that much content, but I am really enjoying making these videos again. I don't know what it is, but something clicked. I mentioned, I gotta mention this. I talked about my health a little bit in the last episode. I know a bunch of you probably skip that and don't care, but I got a lot of messages from you guys, you know, saying that, you know, you're going through some of the same things and with dietary stuff. And it's silly. I feel a little bit silly, you know, talking about my eating habits and how I feel. And, you know, there's people out there that have serious illnesses and, you know, I just can't stop eating Wendy's. You know, it's kind of ridiculous, but I think there's a lot of you who are in the same position as me who are, you know, unhealthy and don't feel great and want to feel better. So it's something I'll talk about. That's something else that I'll mention on Instagram. I'm going to do like a weight loss journey. I need to lose like 50 pounds. So I'm going to start posting in my stories like how I'm doing it, the foods that I'm eating, the exercise that I'm doing, couch to 5K and stuff like that. So you feel free to follow me on Instagram too. I won't throw that stuff in your face. It'll just be the odd Instagram story. But anyways, guys, I'm going on and on. I appreciate all the nice messages that everybody sent me. I get some really interesting stuff from people saying that, you know, they look forward to my video every week. People who are in the hospital, I've got lots of messages. People who are sick, and they say that watching my videos, you know, gives them a little bit of enjoyment while they're not feeling well. So that's really cool to hear. So thank you for all the nice messages. And thank you so much for your continued support. Again, if you enjoy the videos, please hit that like button. Feel free to leave a comment in the description below. Yeah, what would be a good question? Maybe I should come up with like a question of the week. Let's do what your. I'd like to know what your. I really want to know what your favorite N64 game is, because I am under the opinion that there's only like 12 good games on the N64. Flame away in the description in the comments below. But the N64 library, not so good. I talk about it when they discuss an N64 classic coming out. What games are they possibly going to put on it? There's not a whole lot. It was not a great library on the N64, and I know people are really nostalgic for it right now because the people who played this in the 90s growing up are coming of age to kind of rebuy it, and a lot of you watch my videos who are of that age. You know, I'm of that age too, but probably on the little older end. There's not a whole lot of great games on the N64. I think you'd struggle once you get to like 10 or 12, you struggle to name games. So let me know in the comments below, one, if you agree with that statement, and what your favorite N64 game is. And feel free to let me know what you think is a hidden gem, because I'm always looking for games that I may not realize are great that I can throw on and try, stuff that I've never played before. I'm looking at my N64 collection here. Yeah, you guys can see it's a wide enough angle. Hopefully next week, if weather holds up, we'll at least get 2 or 3 more garage sale videos this year. There is a Game Boy Quest video coming Wednesday. You will see that video Wednesday. It's filmed and ready to go. Really good video with lots of good games. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next episode.